English program, teaching. They are doing what you're doing, providing English class once a week, maybe twice a week. I don't know, that's all they do. But now they want their students to learn English fluently, just like their native language. So this is purely their invitation. We didn't start it, they started it. And then they found people who could come help them. And I think when we went and saw, we were very inspired by these men, these businessmen. They put their invest money in, they put their heart in to build hope for their province, their hometown, and their children there. And they have a vision to have a university. And so this whole activity and why I share this story is just that. For this Naratiwa, few people who have vision and dream come together, start talking. What can we do to make it better? And you bring people in, talk to people, talk to business people who have money, talk to directors, tell them, challenge them, come together. Let's make our Naratiwa be stronger. Let's make our education better. Let's make our city better. And I think then you can do something wonderful together. It doesn't take one person, it takes a lot of people, yeah? And it's working together. So I mean, that's why we want to share the story about Vietnam, because that's what they did. And we saw something wonderful there. We saw something very nice, beautiful for their students. Yes?
So, okay, so in that story of Vietnam, what are the obstacles?
What kind of obstacles?
Yeah, okay, because, yeah,
it's a private school.
Yeah.
The businessmen started.
So yeah, what are the initial obstacles about building the schools and
creating a bilingual program or creating the school? I don't know.
Creating the school, yeah.
That the people did it, and we don't know what they went through. But they just started with they got a land, they built buildings, and they started having students. And so they start getting teachers, and they're asking us to train their teachers, that kind of thing. So, you know the education system, they follow the curriculum of the country. Vietnam is a communist country. And so these businessmen invite the president of the Communist Party to come and see their school. And the president saw the school, and he was very touched. He really encouraged the school and the businessmen for doing what they did, and he wanted to see more schools like this. So I don't know all the obstacles they had, honestly, because we are coming in the middle, and now we have obstacles. We have to work together to create a bilingual school, but we don't know what they went through to honestly create.
So the school is a team, and
Yeah.
it's a team,
Yeah.
not one person. It's a team.
It's a group of almost 10 businessmen.
10 businessmen.
Yeah. But they had a dream. They had a vision. So they came together and they started to.
But they were supported by the local government also. The government actually given them a big piece of land, and these business people they rose enough money to build the buildings for the school. And it's about 8 or 9 years now. It's not too old, but it's not too new. But now this year they started they wanted to have a bilingual program, so we are sending people in there to look at their curriculum, and they're translating their curriculum into English so that they could use English to teach math, English to teach science, their science, so that we'll start the bilingual program this September if we can get everything translated on time.
I haven't been there, but whenever I hear this story, what reminds me is this group of people thinking outside the box. Because we know thinking outside the box, right? They didn't settle in what's given to them, what's available for them. I think these businessmen had a heart for their city, for their youth, for their children, and say, let's do something about it. If one person had that thought, I'm not sure if things could have happened. But they shared that idea with others, they gathered together, and they were willing to make a sacrifice of putting their money. But that itself wasn't enough. They need to have educators, they need to have government helping and supporting and approving that and kind of working together. They didn't say, oh yeah, we don't have money, oh government wouldn't give us money, oh we don't have a land. They didn't stop there. But they worked towards something beyond what they can think about within themselves. I'm just one English teacher, so what can I do? They didn't stop there. They went beyond that and they drew. So in some sense, when I watch you guys making this two-story, tower, if we have given a little more time, I was actually very impressed about this group. This group didn't make it, but they actually thought outside of box. They didn't think about just two pieces of paper. They actually cut it.
Yes.
If you want to make it taller, this is maximum you can go. But because they cut it, it probably went further. I don't know about the foundation. Maybe other people might need to come alongside and build more. But we need to think outside. Not just look at what we have, what this city, Naratia have, or this region have. But what I can do, what I'm supposed to do as a teacher, my responsibility, my job assignment, we need to think beyond that and bring other people in. As I'm listening to my friend sharing and you asking questions, you're sharing your story, I'm thinking everyone is just scratching their own back. But once that's gone, the other parts will scratch, itching that you need to scratch. It's not gonna solve, change the future of this region in some sense, and the youth. Not just making observation of what it is right now, but where we really want to go and dream it, and then gather people together, let's move toward that direction. And I feel like that's something very special that we need to think about and dream together with one another.
There will always be problems, no matter where you go. America has lots of problems everywhere. But it's only those people who come together. Hey, I'm not going to let the problem stop me. We're not going to let the problem in Naratiwa stop us. We're going to find solutions. We're going to work together, find solutions to solve the problem. And I think that's how you move forward. Yeah? We can always talk about the problems. We can always say, what is the problem? What is the problem? We can make a list, right? But if I make a list like that, I have to think, what am I willing to do about it? What am I willing to do to change the problem then? I think that is the home for all the teachers and everyone here. For your classroom, my students are not learning English, they're not speaking. What am I going to do about it then?
So all your English teachers can come together, form an English club.
They do have one. They do heard.
Even we have one.
Yeah.
The cheapest one. It's free of cost. Mr. Buckley,
Yeah.
he made it. He's one of the members, Roti English Club.
Yeah.
We sit on footpath.
Yeah.
Anyone who wants to join with us, he's welcome. And this was, I think, Mr. Buckley's idea, right?
Yes.
They made a website. They made a website.
Yeah.
It's like free. Just sit in the evening and talk.
That's great.
Footbath Cafe.
Yeah, footpath cafe.
And yeah, that's where you start. Doing it alone is always more difficult. So come together.
You bring that e-commerce topic into the English club. I can almost see that the ideas were popping up within the
We'll
club.
find solutions here.
Because you're talking something money, something practical, something that we all want to be part of it. So then they can learn English and create ideas for e-commerce. 2 birds, 1 stone. Even better. I'm gonna give you the gift.
Reward.
You guys want this, right?
Just want it.
The winners. One of the participants.
Was it this
This is a German chocolate called German. It's very easy to melt. Thank you.
They even use the roller for
You can take it home because of your whole family, right?
Anda go to
Are you
where
ready,
there?
Sam?
Anda go benar. Kalau coklat juga kan.
I have another box here for everybody. You can
Take
share.
one, yeah. Go ahead. We would like to,
You can open this one and share.
I want to ask each teacher to tell us one thing or two things that they learned today that you could share with us. What did you learn from all the things we talked about? Is there anything that you learned? One thing.
I learned today how to manage in my class about teaching skill of how to manage students such as naughty child and many techniques to improve to my class. I think it's very useful and important to me. Yes, I think I do to get it from my school and apply and to use for my child.
Thank you. This is very important because we can always learn. We can always learn. If we don't apply, nothing changes. You see? That's why we ask. Every time we do this kind of training, we always ask the teacher, what are you going to do now? What can you do? You're going to apply what you just said. You're going to try the new techniques. You're going to try to share with the teacher. This is very important. Same thing with your students. You teach that way to your students and ask them, what are you going to do? Can you do this now? Yeah. Thank you.
I know how should I teach language for my students. Like I must be an entertainer for them. Yes, sing a song, play game. Yes, and I must solve the problem about the naughty students. Yes, I think so. Every teacher, like everybody.
Do whatever it takes to teach, right? It doesn't matter if you have to be a clown. You have to do everything possible to teach. Yes. You could speak in Thai or Malay. Somebody could translate.
Okay, today I learned many activities to come to teach students in class. Many techniques to teach for students. Make my students love to study English. Such as entertainer or sing a song of my students with nowadays my students love in Pathom 1 to Pathom 3 like to study English, but I like to play computer. My school NCC for students to learn about vocab or tales, but my school has one computer room and about 20 computers in my school. My students about 250 students. Okay, and then today I will come to teach my students not to be shy to speak English or speak English for one day in 1 week. Okay, and in the morning. Okay, on first day my students speak to me. Good morning, or speak to everybody. Good morning, thank you, goodbye.
Thank you.
Today, I see power in your one. For me, I in output of college in
Yes, you can.
In this problem in Thailand, I think today can happen always. I think I can speak English.
Yes. That's exactly it. If you build confidence in your student, confidence. If you tell them you did well, you spoke very well, you have confidence, and you will do more. Same thing with your students.
And last, I see smile, not is a hit from teacher. Smile and fun. Okay, I think.
ช่วยแปลด้วยนะ นะครับคือส่วนตัวก็เป็นนักศึกษาอยู่นะครับ ก็คือการมาวันนี้ได้รู้จักวิธีการศึกษาสื่อสารมากขึ้น เพราะว่าโดยปกติเนี่ยเรียนในห้องเรียนเนี่ยคุณครูเขาจะสอนเหมือนว่าsubject บทใน word ช่องหนึ่งแต่เมื่อไหร่ที่เรามาเจอการสื่อสารจริงๆเนี่ย
Okay. Translation. Wait, translation.
Okay, he's a student. What he wants to talk about, he cannot speak English because of in the classroom, when they start teaching English, they have a kind of structure, subject, verb, and object. So when you find in the real life, it's very difficult to apply all that stuff.
คือในศัพท์บางคำเนี่ยเรารู้ว่าเขาเนี่ยจะสื่อสารอะไรกับเรา คือเรารู้ความหมาย แต่ว่าพอเราจะสื่อสารกลับเนี่ยเรานึกกริยาไม่ออกไงเพราะว่าเราไม่เคยใช้
He said he knows some vocabulary that the teacher has given him, but when he wants to speak, so he doesn't know which one is verb, which one is noun or adjective, something like that.
ครับพอเวลาเรามาสื่อสารกันอย่างนี้เนี่ยคือเราคิดว่านะเรามีทักษะในการสื่อสารมากขึ้นกว่าเดิมที่จะเรามาเรียนอย่างที่เขาเรียนกริยาเหมือนเดิมครับ
So if we have chance to speak like this, it's better to study based on the structure in the classroom. It's easy to understand the real life situation.
For me, I'm not English teacher, but I'm interested in English. I teach in community college and university. I teach in Thai, not in English, but I'm interested. Thank you.
Anything you heard today was helpful for you at all? Did you hear anything that was helpful?
มีส่วนช่วยไหมให้ที่มาวันนี้
Yes.
That he can understand better than what he has done in the past.
Mr. Noel and Tariq,
They will put it in practice.
they are my teacher. And I'm member of Roti Club. Yes, member of Roti Club. Who interested in Roti Club, please come every night.
We may have to pay for the roti.
That's okay. They don't want to share. Well, we're about done, so thank you for inviting us. Thank you for letting us speak so long. I love teachers.
Born to be teacher.
I love teachers and I love students. And hopefully today, I think Mr. Feng too, he loves teachers and he loves students. Hopefully in the way we communicated today, that's what we felt. That we love teachers, we love students, and we love learning. And I think, if anything, I would ask you to be that. Love teachers, love your students, and love learning. And then